Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is an update, kind of, because we hit 5,000 subscribers, and this is the first video that I've done since doing that, so thank you all a lot. I'd be drinking right now if it were an appropriate time of day, but it's not, to celebrate, but that's okay because I have to record this super early in the morning. And yeah, we'll celebrate later tonight, I guess. It is Friday, by the way, so that's pretty exciting. The official 5,000 sub thank you video thing will be coming probably in the next 2 weeks, I want to say. I need to kind of figure out a recording setup type thing for this, because what I'm going to be recording, I believe, is pretty small, and it is a kind of opening. There's a 25th anniversary Fire Emblem thing that I have back there that I've not opened, and it's dumb that I haven't opened it, but I was trying to, like, I guess, save it for something special, and this seems pretty special. But the other thing I wanted to do was, I don't know if you pay attention to Fire Emblem Twitter, but it has been a flush with all kinds of waifu lists lately. So I wanted to look at that, and it's actually kind of fitting, because I think I did... Oh, it's probably really old and cringy and bad at this point, but I think I did a 1,000 sub special that was semi-similar to this, but it was just like general Fire Emblem waifu stuff. But you know, that was like 4,000 subs ago. And I don't even know if that video exists. I think it does. I don't know. You'd have to go. It's not worth the effort to go find it. Rest assured, it's not. But this kind of falls into the vein. And it's hot right now, and everybody's doing it. So you know, why not? We'll do an informal thank you and then a proper thank you later. But I wanted to go over this, and I thought, how could I elevate this? I wanted you guys to try and guess what you thought my results would be, which I haven't really looked at them. I checked them probably like a couple hours after I had posted. We had like 50, I think, submissions at that point. We're over 150 now, just barely. So I don't know what the results look like right now. It's kind of a slight reactionary type thing that we're doing here. But I did see some prelim results, and they were interesting. So I'm wondering if they've changed much. I'm hoping that they've changed much, because some of them were pretty obvious that people were not picking up. So this is fun. We'll see how I come off to you guys. Hopefully not terribly. So I've got my list down at the very bottom there, and we'll update it as we go. By the way, if you want to know the original creator of the list, I will have that linked in the description. If you took the quiz, actually, I had it linked in the very first section too, so you can go check it out for yourself. And there's actually a husbando list now as well. So there's that. I don't think I could do it because I would have to choose between Ike, Tibarn, and Har, not once but twice, and I don't think I could do that. So there's that. For the record, this was multiple choice. I gave you 10 options, and I think I put like my top 3 in there, and then the rest were just kind of random. So if there was a name missing, it's not because I purposely omitted it. It was just I was not about to list every single female Fire Emblem character in existence for something that I wasn't even sure people would do. So there's that. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's take a look here. So the first up on the list was FE4, which is genealogy, I believe. And let's see. So 15% thought Ira. That's not unrealistic. Ethelyn coming in almost 12%. Lean? No. You guys don't know me at all. Julia? Not really. Larcy. Bridget? It's possible. That's possible. Tail 2, Aranis? I don't know how to say her name. Aranis? It's not her, by the way. If I can't pronounce her name, that's probably not who it is. 4% for her. Sylvia got 2%. Deirdre. So I think Deirdre was the most popular, yeah? 17, almost 18%. It's actually Tail 2, and I don't know that many people are aware of that. But it's basically my only context for anybody in any of the non-localized games, for the most part, is Faye. And so I've said it many times on my channel before. You know, I'm a sucker for blue tomes, and Tail 2 is one of those who was pretty easy to upgrade from the beginning. But I mean, that's not a bad answer. Like I honestly don't know a lot of these. I think Ira's probably second. So if you voted Ira, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I'll give you props for the Ira vote. That one counts as well. But I think I got to give the nod to Tail 2 for that one. And I should be updating the list, shouldn't I? There we go. All right, so FE5. This is Thracia. Thracia. However you want to pronounce it, I'm not here to judge. Except there is probably a right way, so someone will judge you somewhere. This list was non-exhaustive. Again, only 10 options. And I honestly just went with some of the more recent ones. You guys all think I have a type. That much is clear to me. And you wouldn't be wrong, necessarily. This one's almost a toss-up, to be honest. This one's pretty close to being a toss-up. So Julia coming in with some votes again. Altena, Avel getting some votes. Tanya, Nana, Olwen. No, it's not Olwen. 100%. Lenoan. Sarah getting 1 vote. Or no, 2 votes? 1 vote. 1 vote. 1 vote for Sarah. Lara getting 6. Ishtar getting the commanding lead. I'm going to be real. But in terms of like badassery, it's got to be Abel. Like there's no getting around that. But if you did vote Ishtar, for the record, you're not wrong either. This was probably, there were 3 pretty difficult decisions that I had to make here. This was one of them, believe it or not. The other ones were, what were they? 3 houses and maybe there were 4. There might have been 4 difficult decisions. So like Blazing Blade, Awakening, 3 houses, and Thracia. Those were the difficult ones that I had to kind of like piece out in my head. And I know you guys are like, Awakening, what? I know. But Ishtar, I mean, that's a really close 1.5, to be honest. And maybe if I had found some slightly better art of Ishtar, I would have put her on there instead. Or maybe I would have done a split. But after like learning more about Abel, which I mean, there's kind of a I won't like ruin anything up here, but there's, yeah. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about because I don't know what I'm spoiling. Ishtar, she's a babe. There's no denying that. But Abel is a badass, and so I went that direction. But it could change on the day. You know what I mean? So you know, props to 45% of you. Extra props to like 13% of you. Oh man. So far it's pretty close, you guys. So far it's pretty close. I'm impressed. I expected much stranger results, to be honest. 6. We know what 6 is. That would be where are we at? There we are. Binding Blade, aka Roy's game. Did you know he was in Smash Bros. 2? Fun fact. Alright, so Igreen, a lot of people went Igreen, and you know, that's not a terrible answer. I see you guys are like, you're thinking I have a type. I'm picking up on that. Oh man. Let's see. Fear, or Fur, as I have learned is maybe the proper name to pronounce her name, but I refuse to do it that way. Lilina, nope. Gwendolyn, no. Ellen, no. Shauna, no. Clarine, Sue, Sophia, no. It's actually, let me reveal it here, Cecilia. So if you've not been tracking my little updates about Formas, for example, for Hall of Forms, you may not have picked this up. This is not maybe a favorite that I have been overly vocal about. Make no mistake, much like Ishtar, Irene is a babe, and there's no getting past that. But I think I would lean towards Cecilia over Irene. But again, it's kind of close. You know, you guys are hitting in the top 2 area for the most part, which is pretty impressive. I don't blame you on genealogy for the most part. Because, again, I don't really talk about those games that much. And this is another one I don't really talk about that much as well. So, you know, not bad. I'll accept it. I will accept these results for the most part. You guys really think I have a type, though. I will say that. But we're going to get more diverse as we go, I assure you. So this is 7, and this is actually my first Fire Emblem game. I think I know why so many people thought Lyn. I get it. I totally get it. Who voted for... What is this one vote? Helene. One person voted for Helene. Alright. Props to you, friend. We got some Layla, Carla, Isadora. That's not a terrible answer either, to be honest. Fiora, Louise, again, good answers. There's a lot of good best girls in Blazing Blade, man. There are. Sarah? No, I'm not a Sarah fan, like at all. I'm sorry. Whoever that one was, I'm sorry. That's not it. That's not the answer. Ninian is another one. It is actually Fiora. I am a Fiora fan. Not so much a Florina fan, which my friend Joe and I are opposites in that particular pairing. But I think I know why people went Lyn. And to be honest, this was one of the harder decisions I had to make between Fiora and Lyn. And a lot of you are aware of my plus 10 Lyn. That is a pretty expensive build in Heroes. So I'm thinking maybe that might have skewed it. But honestly, that was just like kind of on a fluke. My plus 10 Lyn does make me like Lyn more, for sure. And she's a lot of fun to play as in Warriors too. If you've not played Warriors, it's a very like mindless kind of relaxing, kill thousands of NPCs without really thinking type deal. So I do recommend it, even though IS doesn't acknowledge it anymore. But yeah, it's gotta be Fiora. And again, this could change on the day, and I totally understand why so many people voted Lyn. And I think it does have to do with the build that I have, because it's pretty extensive. And I didn't really roll for Fiora when she came out, primarily because of the color share issue that we had. So, you know, I'd like to get a good Fiora, but I didn't really want to pull when she was also sharing with Nils. That was never going to end well for me. So, we didn't really make a huge effort. However, her summer alt is in the next Hall of Forms, I think, if I'm remembering that right. I might not be, but I think I am. And if that's the case, we may have to go Forma again. And look at that, they're right next to each other too. How great is that? Cecilia and Fiora right next to each other. All right. These next ones are going to be, I think, a little bit easier for most people, I would hope. FE8. You know, that one game where that one main character did a real dumb and basically created half of the plot herself. Erica is not on this list, by the way. Something that I think maybe confused some people. How many answers do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so one character didn't even get chosen. Was it... No, she got chosen. Selena? Did she get... Yeah, Selena got chosen. Alright. Okay, who didn't get chosen? Natasha? Are you there? You're there. La Rochelle is there. Cyrene is there. Tana's there. Tethys is... Ooh, Tethys is the ringleader there. Marissa, Lute. Oh, nobody chose Vanessa. Interesting. Well, it's not Vanessa, for what that's worth. It is, in fact, Tethys. A little fun fact for you. This is like a no-brainer. I think Marissa is a secondary for the most part, and then I think maybe tertiary would be Tana. But Tethys is by far best girl in Sacred Stone. Don't even at me. All you Erica fans, I get it. She cute, but Tethys, no. Tethys has more character, I think. I'm gonna get a lot of people mad at me for that. Anyway, it's not important. But for what it's worth, I am a big Tethys fan. I will probably plus 10 her in Fae at some point. Just not anytime super soon. And there you go. There's the official. I'm really bad about updating that. I should be revealing it extensively, but I'm not. Tethys best girl, don't at me. Okay, so 9. We're getting into Tellius territory, my friends. This is scary. Tellius, big part of my Fire Emblem history. Easily some of my favorite games in the series. Three Houses and Tellius are up there. I don't know oftentimes which one is my favorite. It kind of changes between days, and it has a lot of the best girls as well, as you can all see. Sigrun, Lucia, I desperately want her in Fae, pretty badly. Elincia, Titania, Leanne got some votes. Okay, alright. Mia, Jill, Nephany, Marcia. Okay, so Ileana was the ringleader there, just barely edging out Elincia and Jill, which I don't know where Jill came from. Have I even talked about Jill before? It's Ileana. Of course it's Ileana. She's a tome. Guys, half of this list is probably tomes. Like, I'm just gonna be real. Half of the list is probably tomes at this point. And it's only gonna get worse as we go forward, so there's that. Yeah, I mean, it's Ileana for sure. I think probably secondary would be Elincia. I don't know where the Jill fame came from. Maybe you guys were hoping I really like Jill. I don't dislike Jill, and she's definitely a good character. I don't know that I'm a huge fan. Nephany is also up there, so is Mia. Leanne's high on the list too. Lucy is high on the list. I mean, there's a lot of best girls. This is maybe like my top 10, just in general. This is just my top 10 Path of Radiance list, I think is what I made here. I'd be willing to say that, I think, for the most part, yeah. Yep. I think that's what I did. Oh well. Hey, it works. You know, if I can pick 10 random female characters with, 3 in mind, and they're all top 10, then that pretty much tells you everything you need to know, isn't it? Ooh, wow. There is one extensive winner here. Oh my gosh, who is it? Micaiah. Oh wow, okay. So you guys picked up on the tome thing. Alright, that's cool. So, Jill. Alright. Vika. Somebody voted for Vika. 2 people voted for Vika. Wow, I'm impressed. Vika is like secret best girl. She's not outwardly aware. Elincia again with another dominating lead. Ileana again. So my only beef with Ileana in Radiant Dawn, okay, she doesn't double anymore. And that's a bummer. She doubles everything in Path of Radiance, but not in Radiant Dawn, which, makes Micaiah the much better tome user for the most part. Nephany did get some points here as well. I don't know why people dislike Nephany. Nephany's so good. I'm going to have to go back to my playthrough that I did last year on Twitch and look up, because I know I did some kind of screen cap of stats. Nephany was busted, man. I don't know. Maybe I just got really good growth weight. Maybe it's another Franz situation where Franz was way stronger than Seth by 80% of the game. I don't know. Maybe that's what the situation was. But you guys were very much correct in your thinking. It's absolutely Micaiah. There's no doubt. I mean, no doubt. No doubt. Silver hair, boy, forget about it. Plus her whole aesthetic, everything, her background, everything is really cool about Micaiah. I'm a big fan. And if that makes me basic, then I'm sorry, I guess. 11, 12. Ooh, all right. This one's kind of split. All right. Pala. Is she the leader? Pala is the leader. Okay. Nagi. Ooh. You guys get it. Okay. All right. Sita. Lind. Got some votes. That's comforting. Lena got one. One of you picked Lena. I'm impressed. You clearly went to my Twitch stream of Shadow Dragon last year. For sure. That one person. Or they were like, that's such a random choice. It has to be that. All these other ones are super obvious. Okay. All right. So pretty even for the most part. But a lot of big contenders. And I don't know. I mean, this one was kind of hard too, honestly. The more I think about it, this one was pretty hard too. Probably harder than Awakening, to be honest. Which probably isn't a huge surprise. But if you picked Nagi, you came in second place. If you picked Pala, you came in third place. If you picked Lind, my friends, you came in first. Lind is, again, a tome unit. Do you see the trend? There's 3 tomes in a row down there. Big fan. I don't care if you get her late game. She's still good. Like, I literally... Actually, in the stream I did, I literally spent like an hour plus just grinding. Because there was a boss that I couldn't kill. But he also couldn't kill me. So I was just healing and then attacking and healing and attacking. And just basically level grinding that way to get her usable by the end game. And it was great. And I loved it. Every minute of it. I'm not kidding. I'm a big Lin fan. I'm really glad that like she got an ult so soon in Fae too, which I honestly wouldn't have expected that. So that's pretty dope. But yeah, I am a Lin fan. If you didn't know, that one, props to 12 of you. Out of 150, 12 of you, props. Although I totally get if you pick Nagi, like I understand that. I understand Pala as well. You're not wrong either. You get credit as well. So take those wins for what they are. Sita, I don't know. I mean, she's cute. I get it. Definitely not Fina. Fina makes me sad. Special shout out MVP to Lena though. Lena's a tank for sure. All right, this is the part. Oh gosh, 13. We're on 13. Yes. Cool. There may come a point where I have to readjust my screen, I think. All right. So, 13. What's to say about, Awakening, right? This graph actually looks very symmetrical, and I'm so into that. I am so into how symmetrical this graph looks. It's like a rainbow opening up or something. I don't know. So some of you guys picked Anna. That's not a bad choice. Sheriff, not a bad choice. Tiki, not a bad choice. Naga, Emerin. Don't know that I've really ever talked about Emerin. Severa, best daughter, easily best daughter. Lucina, how do you not like Lucina? Sayri, definitely thought that you were in Obero's shadow in the teaser for Brides. Olivia, my Crom pairing of choice. But I mean, there's literally a statue back there. I'm gonna post something on Twitter later today, showcasing my love of Cordelia. This one was close though, dude. Like between Anna and Tiki and Cordelia, I genuinely like. But I don't know. My identity is rooted in Cordelia at this point, so I guess I'm just ride or die. You know, you know what I mean? I'm ride or die at this point. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, at least most of you guys got this one right. But I mean, if you did pick Tiki or you did pick Anna, then props to you, because those are two slightly lesser known favorites maybe that I have. Sheriff is up there too. One of the first +10s I did. Fun fact. So yeah, that would be Cordelia. Honestly, that shouldn't really surprise too many people. Now this next one, we're gonna fight, guys. We're gonna fight about this one. Okay, maybe we're not. All right, cool. Good. Because when I first looked at the results, it was not this. It was not this. I think Azura was in the lead, and I want to say, like, maybe not. Flora? Maybe she was higher up than she was. Azura was definitely in the lead, which I guess I understand. Azura's cute. I've gone on record saying that I like Azura. But Obero pretty much wins. I mean, I literally said in the Bride's reaction video, Obero is best Fates girl. I quoted it. It's there. Maybe you guys missed that one. I don't know. Or maybe you were hopeful and thinking that I was kidding. I don't know. But Obero is easily best Fates girl. There's not even a question about that. And this is maybe an unpopular pick. I don't know. But I mean, I'm ride or die Obero gang for sure. And I do. Oh no. We have to. Oh gosh. There we go. And changing things. There we go. All right, so that's better, I guess. All right, so 14 is definitely Obero. Nothing past that. Props off to most of you for getting that. I guess I'll give partial credit for Azura. But it's definitely Obero, man. Definitely Obero. All right, 15. Can I fix that at all? I cannot. Alright, 15. Maybe a slightly harder decision for some. Not so much me. And these results are curious. Very curious. So a lot of Silica, a lot of May, a lot of Silk, Sonia, who I think is underrated, Claire, Tatiana. It's a good pick. Pala, also. Not doing as well as I thought she would, interestingly enough. Because Pala's like probably second or third, man. That's surprising. I think Pala's actually second. Tatiana's probably third. But I mean, guys, if you know me at all, we are May gang here, okay? We are May fam in this house. I'm genuinely hoping she gets a lead at some point. I'm gonna be very bummed if she doesn't get a lead, if she doesn't get an alt this year. I almost feel like Valentia is a shoo-in for winter this year, which would kind of bum me out because then she'd be armored. But again, this, I'd have a May alt that is an armor unit, and so I would have an armor unit that I, genuinely like. So that would be cool. I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised. Only a quarter of people thought that I was a May guy. Interesting. Silica, I get. Not a big fan. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's too mainstream. You know what I mean? Too mainstream. I am genuinely surprised that Faye and Palo are not higher. But Tatiana's kind of like my secret pick, so I don't know about that. But May? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. What are you doing? All right, 16. FE16. The big one. The three houses pick. So many best girls. So many best girls. Mercedes, Dorothea look like they are in the lead. And then there's also Ingrid, Marianne, Happy, Petra, Edelgard doing about the same. The exact same, actually. Both 11. Byleth, Hilda, Rhea. Alright, so clearly I have expressed this enough to all of you because you guys actually got the top three exact, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. So I am a Rhea, Dorothea, Mercedes stand. Petra coming in a close fourth, I guess, technically. We'll call it a fourth. And I just like her strength of character. mostly. I think, like, in terms of likability and just general goodness, I think Petra is maybe one of the best characters in Fire Emblem history. So there's that. But, I don't know. She's got a will of perseverance. But honestly, like, Dorothea, come on. Come on. She reminds me of my angsty college phase self where I, like, hated everybody who was super wealthy. I was just like, fight all the power, bleh. Because she's not really into nobles. And, this was tough, though. This was, between these three, this was really tough. I know Rhea is not a popular choice, so shout out to the 14 of you who thought that. Mercedes again. I think I was pretty vocal about Mercedes and Dorothea. I don't know that I was super vocal about the Rhea thing, though. And I just find her character really complex, and I enjoy that. It's Three Houses in general is not a game that's super straightforward where it's just good versus evil. Depending on what you do, your enemies one time around or your allies the next, and it's just weird that way, and I genuinely really like that. So there's that. But yeah, Dorothea, hands down. You guys knocked it out of the park on Three Houses. Cookies for everyone. You're all getting pizza tonight. Or something. I don't know. I can't buy you all pizza. I'm sorry. Maybe some other time. Maybe some other time we can do it. Let's see. So we did 16. I'm trying to not break my screen here. So this is where I kind of deviated from the original list. As you can see, everything is labeled appropriately. I branched off and was like, you know what? TMS and Faye deserve some love too. So I actually did a little extensive cut of that. So what we have next is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. And this one, I could barely get 10 female characters in general for the list. So that was a wee bit difficult. So I ended up adding like the cafe and shop girls who were, I'm assuming, Ileana and definitely Anna from that. A lot of you guys thought Tsubasa. Wow. Okay. How many of you guys showed up to the TMS playthrough? Because I gave this answer away pretty quickly. Kiria? Okay, so Kiria came in second. Ellie came in third. Maiko, was she fourth? Yes, fourth. just one ahead of Shop Girl Anna. And three ahead of Cafe Girl. Dumb. Alright. Oh God. There's so, I mean, everybody's likable in TMS, right? That's the whole point. It's literally the whole point. But ultimately, dude, I give it up for Maiko. I relate to her on a spiritual level, I think. And it's not just the love of booze. It's it's the whole management of team and everything. So yeah, that's definitely Maiko. But I mean, these are all correct answers too. Everybody on here is a correct answer, I think, for the most part. Except Meimori. I don't see them. I don't understand the Meimori obsession. I don't get it. But Maiko, for sure, hands down. Last one, friends. All right, jump cuts are a thing. We had to do some slight editing because my screen was not going to cooperate with us in where this was. So we are looking at Faye. So this is like the one for all the marbles, I guess. This one was kind of hard too, I guess, for the most part. A lot of you guys thought Plumeria. That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. Thor, Anna, all these guys are relatively pretty even. Air, so well, who was it? Plumeria, Air, Fjorm, Gunthra. Was Gunthra? Nope. Anna was fourth. Gunthra was third or fifth. Wow. All right. Well, this is going to be surprising for you all then. This is going to be a shock. It's actually Gunthra. I don't know a whole lot about Plumeria. I feel bad for Plumeria. I am a Plumeria fan. I feel like what they're going to do with her and I can't remember the other antagonist's name off the top of my head, but I feel like what they're going to do is they're gonna pull out some storyline about how like they hate their jobs and they were cursed to this life and blah, and they're not all that bad and blah, and then they're gonna be friends with us and then they're gonna, you know, turn good or something. I don't know. I feel like that's the way that kind of plot arc is going. So I do think that they're going to be allies at some point. I just don't, not right now. It's not happening right now. I don't really know anything about Plumeria. So, tentatively, Gunthra reigns supreme as best girl. Air, very close second. Very close second. For sure. Very close second. I have said that I think Air is maybe my favorite OC. But I think Gunthra is... She wasn't given the time she deserved. You know what I mean? Can I talk about it? Is it spoilery? I don't know. You've played Heroes, right? You're on this channel after all. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just my heart stays with Gunthra, and that's where it's at. So yeah, she wins overall. That was extensive, guys. That took much longer than I kind of thought that it would. So thanks for hanging with me, I guess. If you guys want to share your lists with me, you can tweet them at me or send them to me in Discord or something like that, if you're part of the Discord. This has been my waifu list. And again, this is a much longer video than I think I anticipated it to be. But it was really interesting seeing what you guys thought. I wasn't... Some of the results were pretty surprising, to be honest. I think... I don't know who got Obro wrong, but man, what are you doing? But yeah, this has been my list. Be sure to share your list with me if you did them. I might do the Husbando one. I don't know that I'll do a video on it because this one took longer than it should have. But there's a possibility that I will. So send me your list if you want. If you haven't subscribed and you just happen to find this video by random hi, join us, won't you? We just hit 5,000. We should go for 10. Let's go for 10. Why not go for 10,000? Pipe dreams, I tell you. But that is it for me right now. We'll have a Mythic Hero prediction thingy coming out soon, and I'll have to check my schedule to see what else has to come out. But I am on top of it, rest assured. I'm also going to be releasing the double special prediction sooner rather than later because I know there's a lot of banners coming up for June and July and August. So I want to help you guys prep for your orb saving or spending or however you see fit as best I can. So with that said, thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you so much for 5,000 subs. That special video will be coming in the next 2 weeks. And until then, have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you on the live streams on Saturday and Sunday. And if I don't, then I will just catch you next time.